Woo! Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right on time with the charts as usual. Oh, we made it. We made it back to the computer lab. Oh, it's been a long time. We left the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So what was that? The 26th of November? Oh my gosh. It's December 8th. What a crazy, was it 10 days, 12 days? Oh my gosh. We've never spent that much time for the holidays, but of course my nephew had to get married on a Sunday and 10 days after Thanksgiving. So we went for Thanksgiving. My mom and her significant other offered for us to stay for 10 days, and while me and my wife worked from their house, grandma, my mom, uh, offered to watch uh, our baby, our toddler, and all last week. And so it worked out. I was doing all the live streams from my laptop and stuff, but um, as we know, last Sunday, 8 days ago, ruined my ankle. So it's been quite the adventure, and we're staying positive. We're staying positive, but my ankle is still wrecked, and got to see like an ortho uh, expert this week if we can get in. So we'll see how it goes because I don't fully trust just what the emergency room says. So we'll double check, see what they want, what they say, what they do, give me more details, all that stuff. But 8 days later, it's still swollen, still bruised. I'm still hobbling around. The walking boot gives me some confidence to be mobile, but without the, I don't have it on right now, the walking boot, but I have crutches, and I do not feel confident moving around with just crutches only. But I think it needs a break. And then yesterday, crazy day. Vikings won 31-0. Give us Viking fans a glimmer of hope, and then crush our dreams later on, right? Same thing for 46 years of my life. Followed by my nephew getting married. They're young. They are so young. But that's my whole family. My whole family gets married and kids in their early 20s. I was the only one who skipped a generation, and I didn't have my first kid until 45, right? So 45. Whoo! Getting married off at 23. Unbelievable. I was not in that space. Till 25, I was in a whole different space, but uh here we are. Here we are. What's up? What's up? If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning, even better. Good to see you return back. And let me see if I can. Nope. I'm not even gonna attempt it. I don't have my walking boot on. I was gonna try to get the chair up higher, but it's fine. I can look at two screens at once. I got three screens if you count the laptop, but really only use the two screens. But for the live stream, you definitely need like two streams. We did it, but it was clunky. I don't think the sound was as good. Mic check. Give me a thumbs up if the mic sounds fine. Looks like it's working, so it should be good. We got the regular video camera back, all that stuff. So everything was from the laptop, and I had to switch back and forth. We saw all that. So onward. But IO Va 61 JO, let's go for sure. Maybe. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we can take a look at it. Woo-wee. Lawrence, welcome back. Welcome back. London, UK, not so sexy news. What up? So yeah, first half of the live stream, we'll cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, anything else that jumps out at us on the watch list. Second half of the live stream, we will cover your chart requests. I mean, we can move that. We already started. And Oh, finish my thought. Yeah. Then after my nephew's wedding, it went till 9, but we left at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And which means we got home at like, and then we drove, or yeah, we drove. The baby was sleeping. The wife took a nap. She was sleeping in and out, but it's never like super comfortable driving for 6 hours. But I drove. I don't know how. Uh, Drove with one good foot, but it's the right foot, so that helped. And then I never drink Red Bull, but I had a Red Bull, I had a Mocha, I had a Celsius. I don't know how we made it back, but we made it back. And then turn around and we're gonna do this live stream. So wedding, the Vikings, the wedding, drive home 6 hours, and then here we are, 6 or 7 hours. I got like 5 hours sleep, so I'm fine. And we'll rock and roll it today. So second half of the live stream, like I said, put in your chart requests. Get the early bird gets the worm. So get your chart requests in early, and we'll go there. So let's start off Bitcoin. What's the title? Bitcoin relief rally or lower prices. So this chart that we've been talking about is if Wyckoff were to complete 100% of the move, it's completed about 92% of the move. Eyeball test, in my opinion, right? I was saying 96%, but I think it's closer to 92% is a more accurate statement. So we'll go with 92%. I was just eyeballing it overall, and if you count the wick and stuff, it's pretty close. It's, I don't know, 92 to 95% probably completed. But if we saw prices come down to like the 77, 76, 75,000 area, then I would say that Wyckoff distribution had completed 100%, and it's possible. It's possible. So any candle close below 84,600 ish, right? 620, depending on what exchange you're looking at, it's going to put in a lower low on price. Maybe not the wick, but on a closed price. And if RSI is higher, that would create bullish divergence. So wherever it is, right? It could be up here, 80,000, whatever it is, could put in bullish divergence. If it completed the Wyckoff and created bullish divergence over here, that would signal that, hey, Wyckoff completed, and maybe the next move is a relief rally, right? And maybe that relief rally lasts 45 to 60 days. Maybe we see a relief rally that's 30 to 40% bounce, right? So that would be amazing. That'd be amazing. Maybe not as high as many of the perma bulls would want or hope, because they're still hoping for, move the goalpost. Now $250,000 Bitcoin by end of Q1, right? When just a month and a half ago, or 45 days ago, or 60 days ago, however long we've been watching the Wyckoff chart since October 8th, right? This is day 62. So we've been watching the same chart for 62 days, right? So instead of Bitcoin actually going to make new all-time highs, it's corrected 36% so far, depending on what exchange you're looking at. On this one, 36.28%. So we'll see if it gives us a warning that there's going to be a relief rally with some bullish divergence, whether it's up here, down here, or even possibly lower. And then bounces, drops, puts in a higher low, another one, higher low, let's go, and then into a relief rally. So it's a strong possibility. So would love to see the bullish divergence first, give us that warning shot, and then watch it unfold up into the relief rally. Could take some time to play out. Looking at like January or end of January maybe. So at least like 45 to 60 days, maybe even takes longer than this, who knows? But that's just kind of the overall idea of what I'm thinking is that not making a new all-time high. So what I put on the post earlier, the bullish divergence means lower closed prices first, right? And then the second thing was the relief rally. So, which means not a new all-time high in the near future, right? It means a nice significant bounce followed by lower prices, right? Lower prices. So that's what I'm expecting. Why? Because a lot of the higher time frames have flipped bearish. The weekly chart, the 2-week chart, the 3-week chart, the monthly chart. Several reasons why the longer term trend is down. So it's down until proven otherwise. And we were there for it. We were there for it at 16,800. I was calling out bullish divergence for 8 weeks in 2022. And then January 4th, I pulled the trigger and took a 5x leverage long position on Bitcoin at 16,800. So we'll be there for it. We'll be ready. But 8 weeks out of potential 52-week bear market has just closed yesterday, right? So 8 weeks. So we're going to get into all that. But first, before we get really deep into Bitcoin, right? Let's see if I can move up with one leg. It's going to look awkward, right? It's going to look awkward. It looks less awkward when I have the walking boot on because I have so much more stability and more confidence. But with no walking boot on, I can see it. But I chose to keep it off, just kind of let my foot rest and breathe for a little bit and kind of make myself stay off of it. But we don't have any affiliate sponsors. We've never taken $1 of affiliate money because what if you took affiliate money and the exchange turns out to be a scam or the exchange goes under? You know, whether it's Celsius, we know a lot of those people who flip to Bitcoin after they promoted Celsius, right? And FTX and, you know, XYZ exchange that we may or may not have heard about or forget about or promote Luna or whatever it is, you know, and then it crashes. So we've never taken $1 of affiliate money. So we can say that. So what we will do is just a quick promotion. The website's been updated. We've got some new plans. Shout out to Alex. He's working so hard on the back end. He's crushing it, right? Sniper Elite, $49 a month, includes everything. 2 trading bots, the 70 plus, I always say 60 plus hours of recorded coaching, but I think it's 70 to 80 hours. We're throwing that in, right? That used to be $79. The dashboard, it's still beta, but the dashboard has been built out and you can use it and stuff like that. And then the legacy 2 indicators. So the 2 indicators that we built the bots off of and added some filters and position management tools, all that stuff. We're including that with the recorded coaching, all that. It used to be $79 a month. We're doing for $49. We're just going, we already built it all, so we might as well add it in, right? We already built it all over the years. Started building it out 3.5 years ago. So we're just going to give it all away for $49 this month. And Alex keeps telling me it's too cheap. And I'm like, okay. But we don't have a Black Friday sale. We don't have a Cyber Monday sale. So call this your Black Friday month, right? All of December, maybe $49, and then it's going to probably increase after that. But $49, you get all the recorded coaching hours, the dashboard. You can create an account for the dashboard, the liquidity access, also in beta. Like, this is all new tools that we're rolling out. We're going to continue to keep rolling more. I told you a month ago. I told you 2 months ago when we started putting this all together. with the trading bots and start releasing trading bots. I told you we were going to release more tools in the future and to watch it all unfold. And we have, right? We have. And I did say, though, where I was wrong, that I would have time to release more trading bots, but not the case yet. But there's like over 30 trading bots I've created, and we're going to be releasing those too. But the dashboard, the liquidity, it's pretty cool. And it's only going to get better from here, right? It's only going to get better from here. We're going to continue to keep working to make trading and investing more and more and more automated, more data, more like control your own destiny, right? Control your own destiny. So I have a lot of crazy ideas. Gave Alex another crazy idea, and like he's like, oh, that is pretty cool. Like, let me look into it, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, if you need help setting up the trading bots to go 100% fully automated, I recommend there's videos on it, but I would recommend doing the 1 hour video call setup with Alex. He'll knock it out for you, walk you through it step by step by holding your hand virtually on a video call, and you'll be set up in like 45 minutes, and then like spend 15 minutes answering questions and stuff or asking questions if you want. We just added this. Alex just added this. That we were talking about it though all last week. We added a Sniper Pro, so you got the Sniper Elite for $49. You're not ready for the trading bots and all that stuff. You got the Sniper Pro. You get the dashboard access. And then you get all the manual stuff. You still get the liquidity access. You get the dashboard access, Discord access, and then the 2 indicators. So the difference between here is you would still have to manually trade. Up here, you can set up the 2 trading bots so far, right? So that's really the only difference there. You could save 1 month by doing the annual plan. Up here, you could save 2 months. The annual plan is super cheap. Just so you know, it automatically renews every year, and this automatically renews every month unless you change it. There's no refunds, but if you cancel, because you're going to set up an account, and if you decide to cancel, you'd have access through the end of the month. So yeah, this is like the manual trading. This is the dashboard, liquidity, Discord, and then the 2 original trading view indicators, right? And then the Sniper Core. You get the Discord access, you get the liquidity access, you don't get the dashboard access, you don't get the indicators. But if you want to just see what it's all about and take a little Lou, you could do the annual, but I don't. What is that? Is that even savings? 1090? No, it's not. So you can do the annual if you want to, but there's no savings on the annual because it's already so cheap. So again, Alex thinks we're crazy that we're going in this cheap, but I always like to reward the first movers, right? If you're a first mover and you take a chance on before we're just starting to roll things out, like if you took the $49 chance on the 2 trading bots and we didn't have the dashboard or the liquidity access yet, you're getting in early, so we're going to reward you with that. So anyways, you'll be grandfathered in for as long as you want to be in at these prices, but new people, the price is going to go up for sure. So with that, no need to keep talking about it. You can go to the website and learn more about it. But like I said, we don't take $1 of affiliate money, so we got to plug ourselves. Let's see. Let's take a look. So this is Wyckoff that we're still watching. Posted this chart on October 8th, right? And we're at day 61. We're still watching it 61 days later. Price is still below, well, $90,000, depending on what exchange you're looking at. But above, below, above, below. So still watching that. Oh, it's so much easier with the 2 screens. I can just flip back and forth. Oh, it's great. So whether it plays out like this, the way I drew it out, or what if it was something like this, it doesn't really matter, right? If we're looking for bullish divergence, and it's never guaranteed that we're going to have bullish divergence, but if we have the bullish divergence signaling potential reversal into the relief rally, that's ideal, of course, right? There was bearish divergence at the top. There's typically bullish divergence at the bottom, just like there was over here. There was bullish divergence over here that I called out and then posted the chart with this color is terrible, right? Can't even see it. Let's see. It changes to yellow. Right? We called out the bullish divergence. Then there was additional bullish divergence. And then this buy signal is where we were talking about the breakout to the upside. And we had the 4 targets. All 4 targets were hit. We talked about it, that if it breaks through target 4, flips that from resistance into support like it did, then we could see higher prices, right? And we did. We did see that. So bearish divergence, price dropped 32%. Bullish divergence, price made a new all-time high, right? And went 67% higher. So we'll see how it plays out. The bullish divergence would be great if we saw bullish divergence again into a relief rally, like I said, 30 to 40%. So HODL, that played out. Let's see. Bitcoin futures is still below target 4 as of right now. Had a candle close on Friday below it again. So continue to watch that over there. Let's look at the weekly chart like we talked about. Weekly chart is still playing out. Changes to log, right? This was based on the Heikin-Ashi. If you look at the Heikin-Ashi, originally when I posted this on October 10th, we didn't post this yesterday. We posted this chart originally on October 10th. Back on this candle over here, we posted this on October 10th. Here we are. Like, we didn't expect it to play out exactly like this fractal, but doesn't mean by the end of this week it couldn't close back below here, and or by December 15th, like in 7 days from now or 8 days from now. Who knows when the timing or how price action is really going to play out. But it's been moving sideways for a couple of weeks, letting the trending dots catch up. And however it plays out, if it comes down here, completes the Wyckoff within the week or whatever, and then into a relief rally, that would be very similar, if not almost identical to 2022, right? So do we expect it to play out exactly like 2022? No, we don't. But could it follow along similarly? Yes, it could. So that's what we're watching over here. This is the 2022 fractal, right? And there was bullish divergence longer term down here, like we talked about. We talked about it for like 8 weeks, and then it broke out and off to the races to the upside, right? So it's going to take patience. We're not going to make a new all-time high anytime soon, right? It's lower than the weekly trending dots. So even if it bounces and then comes back down, it would take time for the ship to get turned around, right? Even over here, it still took 4 or 5 weeks for the ship to get turned around with a buy signal and start to go up to make a new all-time high. Even over here, it took a couple of months for price to come back and turn around, right? Even over here, it took a month or two to turn around, right? And of course, in the last bear market, if price is over in here and it bounced, it still took a long time for the ship to get turned around. So not expecting all-time highs anytime in the near future. So we'll see how it plays out, though. What else? That's the weekly chart. It's a downward trend until proven otherwise. Take it off the log. right? Take it off Heikinashi. Still in a downward trend. There is a green trending dot, but doesn't mean it won't go lower, right? But there is a green trending dot, so we'll see if it puts in that bullish divergence, flips back red, and then goes into the relief rally. Again, we expect fake outs along the way. Even in a bear market, expect bounces along the way. A relief rally after there's been a 36% correction. There could be a 40% correction first with the bullish divergence, and then maybe the relief rally after that. So that's what we're watching. Still watching. This was the original idea of the relief rally. So the message remains the same, but like I said, however the price action plays out, right? So in this case, when we drew it out back here, right? If it were to come back down like this, however it plays out, and it takes off to the upside. So, let's see. Call that the relief rally. If there's bullish divergence, right? And then similar to the relief rally over here, right? So it's the same message, but we don't have a magic crystal ball of how the actual price action is going to play out. So this is not a prediction. It's just this kind of just how I see it playing out, where price does come back down one more time. Price does come back, creates bullish divergence, and then breaks out into relief rally for 45 to 60 days. So it's the same message that we've been talking about since before Thanksgiving. Before I left California and went to Arizona, before we did that, we were talking about price bouncing, then dropping, then relief rally, right? So we'll see. Similar thoughts on let's finish up our thoughts on Bitcoin higher time frames, right? So this is the daily chart, still in the downtrend. Got it, Jesse. Thank you. Weekly chart, still in the downtrend. Okay, Jesse, got it. Thank you. We already talked about that. Well below the trailing dots. 2-week chart, sell signal below the trailing dots. There was a sell signal here, but it was above the trailing dots. Sell signal below the trailing dots. Sell signal below the trailing dots. Sell signal below, but then reverse. It's not just the 2-week chart, but looking at all things considered at the same time, right? Whether you're drawing out trend lines, longer term trend lines, stuff like that, all broken down. So that's the 2-week chart. The 3-week chart, we talked about it. There's a sell signal on the 3-week chart, and the new 3-week chart just happened today. So breaking news just happened. Sell signal on the 3-week chart below the trailing dots. These are sell signals above the trailing dots. This is sell signal on the 3-week chart below the trailing dots. So could it bounce and relief rally back into the trailing dots? Yes, it could. Yes, it could, for sure. Could it wick down here first and hit 75, 70? Yeah, it could. And then bounce back into the trailing dots and then come back down? Yes, it could. But you can see like the 200-week moving average is starting to flatten out, right? 56,500-ish. So it's below 60. So that's what my expectation is. It's coming back to retest the 200-week moving average. Once it goes multiple deviations above, then I expect price to come back to the 200-week moving average. When? We don't know. I've given some ideas where 8 weeks have been completed of a 52-week possible bear market. Price never closed below the 3-week. On the 3-week chart, price never closed below the trailing dots. while still in the uptrend. Once it closed below and had the sell signal, it was in a 2022 bear market. Never closed below. Never closed below. Closed below. Followed by a sell signal. Followed by, we're probably going to go retest the 200-week moving average way before we go see a new all-time high. Is it guaranteed? No, it's not guaranteed. But it's all things considered. So if you look on all, had the longer-term bearish divergence, had the RSI sell signal, had the MACD bearish crossover in the 3-week chart, blah, 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 right? That's a lot. Monthly chart, had the longer-term bearish divergence, had the RSI sell signal on the monthly chart. Looks like it closed below the trailing dots, but you can see in an uptrend, it never retested the trailing dots on the monthly chart until November. Never retested the monthly trailing dots until January 2022. So check another one off the box. Bearish crossover in the MACD not seen since January 2022, right? RSI sell signal on the monthly chart not seen since January 2022. There's so many different things that we're looking at that all line up with that this is in a bear market again, right? So we trust these charts. I trust what I see on the charts. You should trust what you see in the charts and don't just take my word for it. But it's proven to work compared to on-chain data, business cycle, M2 global liquidity offset by 88, whatever. Plan B data, plan C data, plan D data, plan E data, whatever it is, right? So if you missed the 2021, 2022 bear market and you missed this top, does it even matter what the model does? No, I don't think so. So, if you missed the last bear market and you missed this top as well, what's the point of the model, right? I don't get it. So, anyways, let's keep moving. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Daily chart on Ethereum. Didn't have bullish divergence. There was bullish divergence back here, and there was bullish divergence back here for a bounce, but there wasn't bullish divergence here, but that could be a higher low. Could be a higher low. Let's see. Let's put on. We talked about it. We covered it. Would we see a bounce? However the price action plays out, we've been covering this, right? So this would be an example of like bullish divergence followed by a higher low and then a bigger breakout to the upside. And I would expect that to happen around the same time as Bitcoin's, Mike's still good, Bitcoin's relief rally, right? So that's what I would kind of expect. Let's check in on some of the comments. So that's a good question. So if we saw kind of like the charts were showing, if we saw like bullish divergence, lower prices first, I would think we would see a bigger relief rally, and maybe that would bottom out around like December 15th or sooner, and then create that bullish divergence, and then you could call that a Santa rally, right? And then it rallies into the end of the year, rallies into January, creates a wick for 2026 and a wick for the monthly candle of January, and then closes lower, right? So I guess you could call that a Santa rally. Kind of makes sense. Okay. We can look at it. Okay. The canary in the coal mine. You want to look at MSTR? It's been in a bear market for 13 months. 71% correction so far. About 20. I mean, I have the trading dots, but I have the 200 week moving average, but I don't trade based off of the, you know, you could have, you know, XYZ 50 different EMAs, so I don't trade based off that. But yeah. Oh, I brought the golf clubs, but since I hurt the ankle, I didn't even get to play. I had to cancel. I hurt the ankle last Sunday playing pickleball. I know it's embarrassing. uh, if you don't know what pickleball is, it's like a mini tennis, right? Mini tennis. But I was playing pickleball, and since I was winning, I held the court, and I was getting tired. But I kept competing, and then I rolled my ankle. I was supposed to golf on Monday, the next day, and I had to cancel. So I brought my clubs to Arizona for no reason. Yeah, we just covered it. I think there'll be a rally. All my charts show a rally. When, we don't know. We don't know if we're going to see lower prices first into the 70s and then a relief rally after that. But yeah, I do think eventually there's going to be a bounce. Eventually there's going to be a relief rally. The deeper it goes, like if it goes to like $74,000, $76,000 first, then I think we could get closer to a 40% relief rally. But yep, covered it. Yeah, pickleball. Everyone told me to have a different story. I'm like, I don't care. All right. All family that I saw yesterday at the wedding, they're like, you got to come up with a better story. I'm like, no. Yeah. I heard a lot of good stories that I could use, but the truth is it was pickleball. So, anyways, if Bitcoin sees a relief rally, if Bitcoin sees bullish divergence, why not Ethereum? Why not Ethereum, right? So maybe Ethereum could have bullish divergence as well, right? Maybe Ethereum could have a breakout with a relief rally as well, similar to Bitcoin at about the same time. No, I mean, I just covered it. So you can go back to the beginning of the stream and look at those charts. But yeah, I covered it. I laid out all my thoughts. So that's Ethereum. NASDAQ, is the NASDAQ putting in the lower high? Maybe. It's too early to say, but these targets are still valid in my opinion. SP 500, is it putting in a lower high? Possibly. This could be a bearish engulfing candle. Can't see it because but this could be a bearish engulfing candle on the daily chart. That could be a lower high, and these targets are still valid since it didn't make a new all-time high yet, in my opinion. Algo, similar thoughts. If there is bullish divergence on Algo, so if we see a breakout and a relief rally on Bitcoin and Ethereum, we could see some altcoins that have already put in bullish divergence could continue to put in bullish divergence and then break out and retest the 200-week moving average at least. Maybe it turns into something more. XRP, similar thoughts, bullish divergence, possible higher low, maybe additional bullish divergence, and then a breakout, retest the weekly trending dots. This is the weekly trending dots trajectory, right? If you switch to the weekly chart, that's what it looks like. So just expecting bounces, not expecting new all-time highs. Could trade each chart individually? Could there be some runners that go make new all-time highs? Absolutely. But overall, is that bullish divergence? Yes, there was bullish divergence. Let's put the MACD down. There's bullish divergence over here on Cardano. This could be a higher low. We could get a bounce back up into the weekly trending dots. Downward sloping trend line, right? We could see a bounce on Cardano. Chainlink, bullish divergence getting picked up on the indicator. Again, that's now included into the new package, $29 a month, right? So if you're not thinking the trading bots yet or the recorded coaching or anything like that, you could still get the dashboard, you could still get the liquidity access, all beta, and then the original 2 manual indicators that you see all the time on my charts. So anyways, there's that. But bullish divergence. So you would get, this is the sharpshooter candles 3.1, sharpshooter RSI 2.0, legacy indicators. $29 plus everything. But not for long. Not forever. I mean, you'd be grandfathered in for as long as you want, but the prices will go up. Hit the 200-week moving average. Bullish divergence, right? Probably on XLM. There was bullish divergence, bounce, but there's currently not bullish divergence. Possible higher lows on XLM, but again, it could bounce into the weekly trending dots somewhere up in here, right? Where is it? Currently at 33 cents. So 33 cents. The weekly trending dots would be up around in this area. So chop suey, similar thoughts, Bitcoin dominance, starting to break down. So maybe we're going to start seeing that bigger relief rally on altcoins because Bitcoin dominance is starting to drop, right? We laid this out way back in September of bounce. I mean, it went all the way up to 63.5% when we talked about it back here. Bounce, come down, or bounce, come back down. And here we are. Could be putting another lower high over here. So breakdown, bounce, put in that lower high. This is based off the weekly chart, but another possible lower high breaking down over here. So maybe we'll see a larger bounce, a larger relief rally on altcoins. Be interesting. The dollar targets, these targets are still valid in my opinion. Had the bullish divergence, putting in the higher lows, putting in the higher highs, the higher lows, similar to what we're talking about with, potentially Bitcoin on a relief rally, altcoins on a relief rally, all that stuff, right? The VIX, it's up, 9% today? So trending dots are up there at $19. Maybe it bounces. TLT, still bearish. What else? Oh, someone asked about MicroStrategy. Still the same thoughts on MicroStrategy that I've posted for a long time now, right? For a long time. So it's in a bear market. The top was in November. Break the confirmation line. It's possible we see prices all the way down below $80. Expecting a bounce to play out similarly to the blue fractal is 2021, 2022, all the way into 2023. So you can see that it would bounce for a month or two. How high, we don't know. But then, maybe by February 2026, it comes back and retests the 200-week moving average. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting new all-time highs. And then, of course, you could put the log chart on. This is the longer-term downward trend, right? So you can see it kind of like bouncing back up into the trending dots, into the downward trend line, and then come back down. And then it stayed down below the 200-week moving average for a very long time, right? So it was like 120 something weeks, right? So it was crazy. That was MicroStrategy last bear market. Below the 200 for a long time. So we don't know if it's going to play out exactly like that, but it's been playing out very similarly to the blue fractal of 2021 all the way to 2023. So are we going to get this bounce, here? This was the relief rally. These are just bounces, and then expect the bounces to get sold off and retest the 200-week moving average. So, yep, a lot of similarities, including the blue fractal. Right, the blue fractal was the previous bear market, so a lot of similarities. Do we expect it to play out exactly? No, we don't. Because it didn't play out exactly, but it did play out similarly, right? So this peak is different than this peak, right? But overall, it's fairly close. It's within like 4 weeks, right? It's within like 4 weeks of the last one. I don't do narratives whatsoever. That's all noise to me. I only stare at the charts. I obsess with the charts, obsess with the charts, obsess with the charts. And it's what I see on the charts. I'm aware of what's going on, but it's all noise. It's all noise. I don't do news narratives. It's all noise. So, sorry. I only stare at the charts. I mean, I'm aware of what's going on. I just don't. I don't factor it into business decisions whatsoever. So, Adam and Eve double top pattern, right? And then break the confirmation line and then lower. So that's MicroStrategy for you. Let's see what else. Carvana making a new all-time high. That is wild. That is wild. Another reason why don't do the fundamentals. Positive earnings, drop into negative earnings, followed by a new all-time high, right? It doesn't make sense to do fundamentals whatsoever, right? It does not make sense to do fundamentals whatsoever. So if you're playing, based off fundamentals, negative earnings. Okay, it did drop into that. And then it goes to make new all-time highs shortly after that. It's called a short squeeze, right? Short squeeze. So Telcoin looks like it's breaking down on the daily chart. Oh, yeah. It wouldn't be based off of price. It would be based off of a higher probability of reversal, and we're not there yet. Similar to my charts for Bitcoin, I had targets down at $16,000 from the top. It hit 5 out of 5 targets to the downside. And then, but I didn't buy based off of that because it could always go lower. We don't have a magic crystal ball. So, like on Bitcoin, I waited for a higher probability reversal. There was bullish divergence. The weekly chart was flipping around. It was breaking out of a downward wedge, right? So, which is bullish. And we watched it unfold over a couple of months, and I bought based off of that. So, a higher probability of a reversal was at 16,800. I didn't try to buy the bottom wick. So, it's not based off of price. It's based off of what the charts are doing. Yeah. It's nothing to do with earnings. Short term, they'll manipulate up or down based off of earnings, but I only make decisions based off the charts. So, yep. You got it. So, yeah, Telcoin. Since I saw it on the chart, usually we wait till the second half, but there was an RSI sell signal back here on November 22nd, and it continues to come back down. You had that breakout. At what point do you decide to lock in the gains if you're taking the breakout over here, right? If you're taking the breakout. Weekly chart, still bullish, so it could be coming back to the trading dots. You just have to know what your actual plan of attack is. Was it just a bounce? Do you think it's going higher? You know, whatever the case may be. But if you're swing trading the daily chart, it's starting to get overbought, starting to reverse, right? Come back to the train dots, and now it's back below the train dots again. So was that a lower high? We don't know. What else? What else? PayPal. It's like flat. It's like flatlined. Arc. Oh boy. Lemonade. Bearish divergence here. Looks like a possible lower high. You do have a gap down here too. So even if you're bullish long term, you do have that gap. So shorter term, always expect corrections. Right? Still an uptrend overall. These are based off the weekly chart. 2 out of 4 targets have been hit to the upside so far. So just have to decide what your plan of attack is. What else? What else? Let's go over to see how we're doing. Netflix continues to drop. Netflix is starting to get oversold, but can remain oversold, just like it was overbought with the orange candles, and it can remain overbought. So right now it's oversold and can remain that way. Oversold, dropped. Oversold, dropped. Oversold, finally started to bottom out, right? So it's dropping now. Netflix weekly chart, right? Breaking down, overbought, lower highs, breaking down from the long-term upward trend. It's bearish. Seems like it wants to come back and retest the 200-week moving average. It's possible it comes back down and fills some gaps down here as well. So I haven't put the targets on, but I'm not in a trade on it either. So what else? Tesla. We've been talking about it. Was that a double top? There was bearish divergence. 3 out of 4 targets were hit to the downside. Bounce. Will that be a lower high? And now it's breaking down over here. Gap down and go. You got the train dots down here. We'll see. Could take some time to play out, but come back down and start retesting. It's already back in target 1. Could retest target 2. Could retest target 3, and then ultimately come back down, hit target 4. You do have a small gap down here as well. Negative earnings, pushed it higher, then drop, then lower high, then come back down, right? Google was at the all-time high over here, November 25. There was bearish divergence. Even the indicators picking up bearish divergence, lower high. It's trying to go a little bit faster because we've already been doing this for 55 minutes. Rock and roll. What else? What else? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So that's Google. UNH could be put in a lower high. Filled this gap over here already. Here, you got another gap down here. Filled that gap. May not fill this. It's a huge gap, but may not fill that gap for a while, right? That's the thing about gaps is they work great as targets, but they don't all get filled. And when they get filled is a different story. But that's a gap too that has not been filled. So looks like this gap's going to get filled before this gap, right? That seems like a safe bet. TQQQQQQ could be a bearish engulfing candle. Amazon breaking down, Meta, Apple, pending RSI sell signal. Could be a bearish engulfing candle on Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is the futures, Dow Jones futures. Could be the peak, could be a lower high. Remember, Bitcoin led the way in 2021, 2022 as well. And then SP 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones all followed, right? Could be a bearish engulfing candle on the SP 500 futures. NASDAQ, we'll see how it closes. PLTR, flat, but similar thoughts. You do have a gap up here. What else? Microsoft catching a bounce after a big drop. SMCI catching a bounce after coming all the way back to the 200-week moving average again, right? ANF had a nice bounce, but we had this all worked out way back here, right? Thought that price would come back to the 200-week moving average, and it did. So what else? So that's what we're watching. Let's see. What are the requests? Lemonade. Oh, Unity software. It's on my watch list somewhere. There it is. Up 5%. Yeah. It's ultra bullish on the daily chart. You got longer term targets. Remember, it finally retested the 200-week moving average. Consolidated, broke back above, and now this would make a higher high. So it's ultra bullish on the daily chart. It's bullish on the weekly chart. It's finally flipped the 200-week moving average. Finally retested it. Like if you look at the trajectory of the 200-week moving average before there was a 200-week moving average, because hasn't retested it in years, right? If it had been around that long, you see it hadn't retested it in years. And so you've got these longer term targets similar to Lemonade, where Lemonade has hit 2 out of the 4 targets so far. It's trending towards Unity Software hitting longer term target 1. Yeah. Okay. 2-week chart, bullish, right? 3-week chart, bullish. Monthly chart, bullish, right? So I'm not a perma bear by any means. I'm not a perma bear. We're at the bottom of 2022, heading into 2023 for Bitcoin, NASDAQ, SP 500, all that stuff, right? We were talking about Unity Software all the way back here, all this way, bottoming phase, bottoming phase, bottoming phase. Buy signal on the monthly chart. Retest to 200-week moving average. Come back, back test it, push off of it. Now it's coming into longer term target 1, right? These are mapped out a long time ago. These longer term targets were mapped out August 2024. So it takes time for the ship to get turned around, right? Everyone just thinks it's going to V-shaped recovery every time. But when the higher time frames are bearish, it takes time for the ship to get turned around. It hasn't made a new all-time high since November 2021. It's been in a bear market since then, and now it's flipped back bullish, right? Now it's no longer in a bear market. It hasn't made a new all-time high, but it's also, I need an allergy pill. So that's Unity Software. That's my thoughts on it. Oh, Unity Software? Yeah. That would be crazy. Similar chart we were looking at. What is it? Meta. Meta was at like 147. And I told my best friend, I'm like, hey, not financial advice. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way. Like making fun of me for spreading my ankle playing pickleball, right? So And then Meta went on to hit like $700, right? So we're not perma bears. We're swing traders. What else? Let's see what else. Bitten Sensor, Tau Crypto. Oh gosh, see if I can find this. If not, Tau, right? Someone must have had. Oh yeah, someone must have had me look at it. So it broke down. It's been bearish. Bullish divergence. Pending RSI buy signal right now. So that's a positive, right? That's positive. You got the bullish divergence. This is what we're talking about with Bitcoin, right? The indicator is picking it up. Now you have a pending RSI buy signal. You had bullish divergence, possible higher low, and then bounce from there. So that's Tau. So that's what we're hoping for on Bitcoin. That means there would be lower prices first with the candle close, possible wick lower, and then start its relief rally after that. That'd be great. That would be great. I would love to see that. I would love to see bullish divergence again, just as we saw bearish divergence at the top, followed by a higher low, followed by a relief rally. It would be awesome. I want to play that. I want to play that. I want to play the Santa rally, right? It's way more fun being bullish. Trust me. I get way more followers. I get a lot more impressions, all that stuff if I post bullish charts. So anyone who thinks I'm a perma bear, I'm not a perma bear. I even said, like, when all the perma bears were calling for $3,000 Bitcoin and prices at 16,000, I was like, perma bulls just got taught a lesson, and a lot of them didn't learn from it. Oh, my nose is getting stuffy. I need an allergy pill, but that's all right. We'll push through it. So perma bears were talking about $3,000 Bitcoin. And I was like, now the perma bears are about to get taught a lesson. And it was January 2023. It was February 2023, March, April, so on and so on. They were bearish the entire 2023, right? Who knows after that? Because then you stop following them because they're like, if you're always well, yeah, I mean, I don't care if you get more followers for being bullish while it's bearish, right? But I'm always going to post the charts that I see, right? Right, wrong, bullish, bearish, right? I will always post what I see in the charts. So I will never post a bullish chart if it's bearish just to get followers. I'll never do it. Just like I've never taken a dollar from affiliate money, right? Would I have made way more? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been offered so many times to collect 50% of all fees if people sign up. You'd make way more money that way, but I don't care. I'm going to stick to what I think. So, yeah. This is, I think if you're playing it from a long-term standpoint, the long-term game, I'd rather be authentic. I'd rather show you what I see in the charts just than to just get clicks and make affiliate money, right? So being authentic. You only have one reputation. That's it. That's it. That's it, bud. That's it, buddy. That's it, buddy. Let's see. So yeah, that's Tao. If I missed any other ones, I apologize. Catch me tomorrow. We're just get back in the swing of things. Just finally back in the computer lab. Finally home after all these days. Yep, you got it. Thanks, Iova61. Totally respect that view. Yeah. So, you know, we'll continue snapping the markets together, continue to do our best, even with a bad ankle. After driving all night long, after a wedding, after watching the Vikings game, after seeing friends and family, we are back. We are back. We're so back. So with that, hope you have a good rest of your day on this manic Monday, and hopefully you have a good rest of your night, good day, good evening. Thanks for all you do. And we'll continue to stumper the markets together. Appreciate all of you. Help me with the algorithms. Smash a like, comment, repost, share with your friends and family. I appreciate all of you. With that, have a good rest of your day. Adios.